Good morning, everyone. Alex Hart here. Wake up with baseball. It's time to go over those Sunday, April 25th games. If you haven't had a chance yet, the power rankings have been updated, and we did a video on that. Spoiler alert, they're over there, so don't look at them. But if you want to check out, please check out the video and leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think of some of those rankings. Otherwise, it's time. We got 16 games, so let's rip, right? Right. All right, starting things off, Athletics win streak has come to an end, losing to the Orioles 8-1 overall. They had a good run, very good run, much above expected in terms of wins in that scenario, but they did it. Laureano hit his third home run of the season, whereas on Baltimore we had Hayes hit two off Luzardo, and Franco hit his third of the season as well. Just a big offensive day for the Orioles, and we all know they are capable of such a day. Luzardo, 6.2 innings, 3 earned runs, and then on the other side, John Means having a good season so far. Picks up his second win of the season, 6.1 innings pitched, 1 earned run overall. He's having a good season. He's 2-0. The Orioles, Oriole a little bit. See what I did there. Next up, we have Royals 4, Tigers 0. Royals finish the sweep of the Tigers. Really good for them. They just trying to cement that lead in top of this division. Overall, Cabrera, 3 strikeouts. He might be cutting it short. I wonder if he's actually ever going to be able to get the 500 home runs. He's got to be able to hit the ball first. It's been a while since that first one of the season. On the other side, Hunter Dozier hits his second of the season. And the Royals just put up the runs they need. Bottom of their lineup came up pretty big for them. A couple of hits throughout the game. And then Danny Duffy picks up his third win. 5 innings pitched, 8 Ks, no earned runs. And on the other side, Skubal's getting a loss. He's dropping 0-3. And it was a Fulmer Skubal scenario where they did the first 6 innings pretty much. And yeah, moving on. Mets 4, Nationals 0. I'm just going to go down the pitchers. Taijuan Walker, 7 innings pitched, 4 Ks, no earned runs. Picks up his first win of the season. And after that last outing he had last week, a little bit better. A lot of bit better, let's be honest. Patrick Corbin, 4 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, getting a loss here, and he's 0-3, 10.47 ERA. Not getting the job done what the Nationals needed from him, at least so far this year. Home runs, we got Jay Davis hitting his second of the season, Pete Alonso hitting his 5th, and overall Jay Davis had a game, 3 hits, 2 RBIs, and he carried this Mets team. And as long as the Mets can put up a couple runs here and they get the pitching we know they can, they're going to be big. Red Sox 5, Mariners 3. Red Sox need that well-deserved day off coming up today. A lot of games in a row, as we've talked about in the past. Overall, really close game here, and it really was that first inning where Boston put up 4, gave them that cushion, and they coasted the rest of the way. They had 5 runs, all their runs in the first 2 innings, and after that they coasted. Margevicius went 1 out before they pulled him after that. Eduardo Rodriguez is now 4-0, 8 Ks in this one, 3 earned runs. So solid outing for him. And then they're still going to Ottavino and Barnes as their combo down the stretch here, and it worked. No earned runs, and they got it done. Next up, Blue Jays 1, Rays 0. Not much to say here other than the Jays pretty much manufactured that 1 run they needed. And then it was a pitcher's duel. Ryu left the game. It's a little bit worrisome. Looked like some sort of leg injury. Haven't seen an update, so that's something maybe we'll see in the injury report. I'm not sure. I didn't preview the injury report. On the other side, they started with Patino and then went to Fleming, and that 1 run was just a generated run. Gurriel laid down a bunt to get a guy over, and they generated a run, and it was a close game and could have went either way. Next up, Indians 7, Yankees 3. Indians offense popping, loving it. Reyes 3 hits on this one, and one of them he hit his 5th home run of the season. Urshela hits his 3rd, and Ford hits his 1st. The Yankees continuing to have a little bit of offensive trouble, But overall, it's their pitching I find that to be the biggest downside so far this season. Tyon goes only 4 innings pitched and 4 earned runs. He's getting a loss. And then we go into the bullpen. They didn't use their big guys, and it's probably because they were playing from behind. On the other side, Tristan McKenzie, he only went 4 innings as well, 3 earned runs. So both these guys only throwing really like 80 pitches. Yeah, big win though for the Indians. They're getting themselves back on track. Off that, doubleheader of the night is crazy actually. The Arizona Diamondbacks won both these games 5-0 in this first one. And is this one? Gallen goes 7 innings pitched, 1 hit, 0 earned runs, 6 Ks. So he goes the complete 7 innings. Bryce Wilson on the other side gets the loss over 4. Vogt hits his 3rd home run of the season. Cole Calhoun hits his 2nd overall. And that's it, 8 hits to 1. And then the second game is even more to write about. 7-0, 10 hits to 0. And Madison Bumgarner goes the whole complete game. So Arizona didn't even have to use their bullpen in 14 innings yesterday, whereas the Braves are continuing to have these pitching struggles. Smiley only goes 4, gives up 5 earned runs. And for whatever reason, they're also having offensive troubles. Kuna is coming back. He's slowing down. But the rest of this core lineup is all batting 200 or worse. So Braves need to figure this out because this season is going to get away from them. And as we saw earlier, these other teams like the Mets and potentially like the rest are going to get a lead on them for sure, right? Next up, Angels 4, Astros 2. A nice bounce back win for the Angels. They really needed it against this division competition overall. Gurriel hits his 4th home run of the season for the Stros, and Ohtani, again, clutch, takes the go-ahead home run in the 8th. He's now up to 7 home runs on the season. This guy is on pace for some craziness. Lance McCullers goes 6, 2 earned runs, no decision. Bundy as well with the no decision, 6, 2 earned runs. Very good. Comes down to a bullpen battle, and the Angels actually pull it out. After me talking smack about the bullpen, they actually owe 3 innings here with 5 Ks as a bullpen. Iglesias comes in for the save, so they're still trusting him to do it. So that's good for him at least. Next up, Pirates 6, Twins 2. Polanco hits his 3rd of the season, and this is just a story of the Pirates really stepping it up ever since Noah Syndergaard said they're crap. I think they're like 9-6 or something. The Twins are just losing. Shoemaker taking the loss here. Nelson Cruz does hit his 7th home run of the season. Shoemaker, only 2 earned runs in this loss, so overall he does help his ERA. And then on the other side, it's just Crow going 4, and then their bullpen comes in and gets the win for them. And yeah, the Twins have a lot of questions to answer, given that I believe that this possibly is going to be the toughest division to take that crown on, with the White Sox being my number 1. I don't know, they can't really fall this far behind. We saw Oakland fall far behind. They managed to turn it around, but I don't know if we have a lot of teams that can do that kind of thing. White Sox 8, Rangers 4. White Sox offense popping today. Abreu hits his 5th. David Dahl hits his 2nd home run of the season as well. Overall, Abreu had a 3 RBI night. We had Collins, their catcher, down in the bottom of the lineup. Their bottom of their lineup really put up a lot of runs. Got 6 runs from the bottom of the lineup here. Pretty solid. Overall, on Texas' side, their offenses continue to be something to be pretty good about, pretty consistent. No one's like really standing out. Majority of the guys are just like batting 250 and whatnot, but they're at least competing on it. But they are starting to get it. It's the bullpen for me that's not getting it. In this case, the starters. Irihara, 5 innings pitched, or 2 earned runs. 2 innings pitched, 5 earned runs. And Kopech on the other side went 5, 1 earned run, 10 Ks. So Kopech coming out with a huge game. It's really got to be good for the White Sox. I don't hold too much of these starts against people that go against the White Sox because majority of people get smashed when they play the White Sox, right? Moving along, Reds lose again. O'Neill's 2 homers sweep the Reds. So the Reds are on a pretty bad tear right now, and it's benefit of the Cardinals, who have now back over 500. O'Neill, like I said, 2 home runs, and Winker hits his 4th of the season. Winker's been great for the Reds, batting .381, 1,000 OPS, pretty crazy. For the Reds, yeah, it was O'Neill and pitching. Jim Flaherty, 7 innings pitched, 6 Ks, 1 earned run. Castillo, again, another pretty rough outing. 5 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, 6.29 ERA on the season now. He's supposed to be potentially step up to be an ace, but I'm not seeing it, at least now. Yeah, Reds fall. It's tough. Next up, Brewers 6, Cubs 0, and this one I'm just gonna go like it's the Brewers. Got to go to the pitchers. 6 innings pitched, no earned runs again from their starter. 8 Ks. They're just riding their starters to victories. It's awesome to watch. Arrieta, 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 8 Ks. He had a great start, and unfortunately gets the loss off that because the Cubs just cannot give him any run support. They had 4 hits on the game. Left 12 guys on base. So overall, look at this, 29 left on base for the Brewers. So that's something to be concerned about for sure. 8 of them going to McKinney here. Wow. Bradley Jr. So these guys just not coming in clutch and near the bottom of the lineup. Probably a lot of chances. This game looks like it could have been a lot worse. Mind you, it was 1-0 going all the way to the 9th. So anytime the Cubs could have changed their fate in this one and just didn't. Next up, Rockies 12, Phillies 2, and this, wow, the Rockies really putting this beat down on the Phillies. And yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Phillies. They needed to come in here and take some wins. I think they end up losing this series. It's at least 1-2. Could have been even worse. Bryce Harper hits 2 home runs in this game off John Gray. He's up to 6. Trevor Story hits his 2nd of the season. CJ Cron hits his 3rd of the season. But like Harper, he's stepping up. He's like seems to be the offense. Him and Real Muto are like the only guys doing much. It seems like, and then the pitching just been such a roller coaster. Like look at this, 6 earned runs like, across the board. Everyone's just earning runs. They're not able to stop the offense. I know this is Coors, so like I'm not gonna hold too much against it. But John Gray, 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 6 Ks. He's now 3-1 on the season, so John Gray's having potentially what could be his best season so far in his career that I can really recall. He normally has those chances where he goes out and does this, but it's not consistent. But so far, so good for him. Next up, Giants 4, Marlins 3, and the Giants complete the series win here. Logan Webb picking up the W. Big win. Marlins really attacked late in this game, putting up 3 runs in the last 2 innings. It was 4-0, so the Marlins made a game of it, but a little bit too little, too late. Aguilar hits his 3rd home run of the season. We have none on the Giants side, so just a bunch of timely hits. And if coming from like the middle bottom of their order here, seems to be where the offense is coming from today. Logan Webb goes 7. You haven't seen Logan do that very often. 0 earned runs, 8 Ks. Like the Giants, their pitching overall has been stellar. On the other side, Marlins just had a bunch of. This is a bullpen game for them. Detweiler went 1, and then Campbell went for 3, and he got the loss. And that leaves us for the last game of the night. And if you watch my power rankings, I think I even said the Dodgers won because I thought it was in the bag. I'm not gonna lie. 7-1 going into the 7th. So I was like, all right, I can film my power rankings. Nope, I shouldn't have done that. And I'm curious if anyone will even catch that. But this is the first time of this season a team that's down by more than 6 comes back in the 7th or later. So that's awesome. Padres had a huge comeback here. And wow. Tatis Jr. continues to hit home runs. He had his 7th of the season, so that's 3 days in a row, 5 total. Luis hits his 2nd of the season, and Taylor hits his 4th. The Dodgers. This is just a bullpen explosion for the Dodgers. Starts with Price, and then Gatterall, like a couple guys all through here. Interestingly enough, they bring in Clevenger. That's a different Clevenger. I was like, what? He's not back. And he's not a Dodger. The guy I'm thinking of. That Clevenger is definitely a Padre. What are you doing? But yeah, We had 5 earned runs off this one guy on the Padres, and the rest closed the door. But yeah, Padres get her done. And yeah, that brings us to my new segment, going over some injuries. Mike Trout and Rendon. I just kind of go through here the MLB injury report that they post. They do it most days, just to get an idea of some of these players. So Mike Trout and Rendon could return Monday against Texas. Both missed 3 straight. Rendon has been on the 10 game, so they never moved Trout to the IL, and Rendon was, but his time is up. Yelich MRI back yielded no news, so we got no idea what's going on with Yelich right now. Long story short, Tommy Pham with the Padres, he left the game on Sunday. Nothing about that. Molina, no, he will likely avoid an IL right foot injury. So Molina's been having a great season so far, so I was sad to see that. Lance Lynn's coming off the 10-day DL and will be playing against the Indians this Friday, barring no setbacks. Corey Knebel, he's on the 10-day DL and will likely miss months with a right. That's rough. That's a rough hit to the Dodgers. Christian Patch, don't really know this guy. Optioned. Okay, that's probably why. Jake Odorizzi, we know he left on Saturday, right forearm tightness. That's all we know. And Evan Longoria, he left Thursday's game against the Marlins in the 5th. He walked twice, blah, blah, blah. So I don't think they know much about him. I didn't even notice in the box score that he wasn't there, so that's my bad. Just a long list of Dodgers here. Lux, a lot of issues still. Doesn't seem like there's any idea when they're going to come back. Lux went on an IL, he'd be eligible to return on Monday. Not saying if he will or not. Jock Peterson, he's on the 10-day injured reserve list with tendinitis. Miguel Sano is placed on the 10 days, so that's going to be retroactive to Wednesday. Haynes, we already know, has been out. Brian Anderson, he's on the 10-day. Lamet, he's back on the 10-day. So that's crazy. Lamet just came in, he did that one start of the year, and now he's back there. So that's the news I got. Looks like there's no news on Ryu yet. That's the only other injury I know. But yeah, thanks for watching. A lot to review. Sunday Power Rankings, blah, 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 blah. Like, subscribe. We'll see you guys for the next video.